yeah, I don't really know what to expect. Definitely
Dynamic winning this unless they get really far out.
Are you sure it's not him?
I'll tell the story after the dive.
You got a little dive coming in already. The response, though, is coming in. Cougar will flash away. And they decide, well, the obscure references for when we cast. So
it's one of the Egyptian gods in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh, okay.
The big blue guy. Woo! Superplex.
This is a nice little move. It's going to get a flash at a...
Well, at this stage of the game, I mean, KT, they're winning out through souls. Ocean is going to be more than a good enough victory. As
Ooh,
yet another
flash.
Oh,
what was that?
Kidding?
Bono, come on.
That's totally fine.
He doesn't have his flash still, so it doesn't matter. First blood going to be given over to Bono.
Let me now. I am the color commentator. I'll break it down.
Yeah, break it down for us.
Basically, what he did there is he utilized the EQ to rupture the eardrums of Rich. Yeah, with a sonic boom due to the force that was exerted there by Jarvan's flag and drag. Yeah.
Okay.
I totally understand why.
Thanks,
Yeah, not a big deal. Lost
League
now.
Supreme. As getting in there with a flash pillar, you don't see that too often, but it should bring down Sohan and deny the turret from going down here as well. Bono in an awkward spot. Rich with the home guard coming on in. As down he will go. Double kill.
Kuzan can deliver a lot of bullets and soften up KT.
He's not doing a great job just yet, though.
KT, Sohan's trying to go into the opponents when he should make it so that they come into him. Jarvan and Set should both be on the defensive right now. Okay, well, that pillar.
This is really strange positioning.
Yeah, both parties are...
Okay, they're going to land an arrow here onto the Jace, but there is zero follow-up. The damage dealers are so far away. Rich is just getting on in there. He gets pretty low, though, as now Bono's all by himself. Where is the rest of KT? Ooh! As the fail flash comes in, but flag and drag is going to fall well. As you can see that UCal and Aiming are both full health, but they had no real way to hop into that fight. Rich just able to TP back into the play. But here comes Sohan once again. As the Dragon taking a lot of damage here. UCal in the front. It's just going to be burst down just like that as the Azir goes down. Duckdom in the back line now is slowing them all down. Picks up 2 for himself with the follow-up knockup. That is 4 members now of KT that get demolished.
Based on feelings.
Oh, here we go again as 2 bases smack together. Team Dynamics with the Baron. Way too overconfident. They're going to be...
The Baron and all the gold swing in Dynamics' favor have definitely put them in a very good position. Winwall not able to be there beyond. Trying to flash away there, ends up wasting it for no reason. Double kill, third item. Seems to be like everyone wants to dance with death.
Oh, hit him. Do they have the follow-up? Here's UCal, gets 2 for 1, but UCal is going to be burst down at the same time, and here comes Set, and Duckdom is nowhere to be found. The question is, can it catch up to them today? As I love these new damage meters that Riot has brought in.
Let's see if they can manage to do this fight right. Oh!
Sohan, they don't know. They don't know he's here. They're going to find him in the back line. 3 members slowed up, but the package is in a great spot. Kuzan, though, is going to be able to dodge the Emperor's Divine. As where are the damage dealers? Duckdom still alive with the healing from the Senna, and even the Jace is getting so much work done. As everybody has just been burst down. Look at that Jace damage by the end of that. He's on fire. Maybe they were able to get something down, especially because Rich does not have flash right now.
Oh, man.
Bono got hit, and now he's forced to go in. He's only got one direction, and even with the stone plate, going to take an immense amount of damage, and Subjugate was onto him as well.
And you can tell, KT, they don't know what they want to do right. That'd be the DRX.
I don't like when teams do that, but they are just going to go for the Baron before the Ocean Drink is available and force Team Dynamics into them. As the knockup comes in, as Duckdom is going to bite it and go for it, but Sohan will bite the dust first as Duckdom stays alive with his own stopwatch. Good item, by the way. As now Aiming is frontlining here, just going to try to do as much damage as possible. Now Bono in the front line, a good Cataclysm, but he's not tanky enough this time around. As another shutdown here by the Senna, as Azir is doing some insane damage, but can he do it alone? As Aiming now trying to go 1v3, as Cougar not able to help. here too much. Just trying to get that damage down as Tucson just going to flash.
Game-ending power almost by itself, but if you fail it, there is a lifeline that exists for the losing team. Even though you should be favored to get that said lifeline, I think it's a very cool dynamic that we haven't had in previous seasons, whereas you could just lock your opponents out of Elder Dragons.
Yeah.
By playing right.
Pretty much. As the knockup comes in, Sohan says, I'll do my set thing. He does a nice amount of damage, but unfortunately it doesn't quite match up
Doesn't
to
do any
dynamics. Yeah. Immediately they're all at full health. Welcome to Ocean Soul, guys. And I like that Team Dynamics stuck around and noticed, like, hey, I mean, we're just going to out-sustain. Might as well just stick around, take trades, force them to attack us, and we're always going to win those trades because of the Ocean Soul. So now looking for the engage, but a flash will take away the power of the Enchanted Crystal Arrow. Nice little Cataclysm there. That's one tanky Jarvan, but does it matter? That's a bunch of soldiers in the back line, but it doesn't quite take anyone out as Kuzan now trying to get in there, but he steps on the soldiers himself. In goes Rick, but do they have the damage this time? As now Yukal's trying to take him out, but Kuzan will survive and pick up the kill. But the rest of KT is going to essentially...
Honestly.
Wow, you set that one up really well.
Yeah, hold this L.
Yeah. KT say we're going to try to burst down Elder.
If they burst it, they could maybe win the game.
They have a crazy amount of damage in their comp right
flipping.
now. Beyond is going to get in there, though. You can't deny him, but taken out now by the Seppo. Where's the damage? It's non-existent as Yukal is going to go down, and Corky is still alive in the back line, and that coin flip is going to land on a huge tails for KT as the TP will come in now, and Team Dynamics are going to win Game 1.
Well, Dynamics told KT to take this L, as that was a very interesting turn of events, where you could just see that the Elder was not going down super quickly, but then they made a decision where it seemed like everyone was indecisive with what they were going to do. Dynamics end up taking game number 1. The only thing that really you can fault them for from mid-game forward was the...
Welcome to 2020 LCK Summer Split Analyst Stats. Today we'll be joined by Mina Kim, Victory, and also it's Pon's Analyst Stats debut. Welcome, Pon. It's been a while. So, how do you feel joining this Analyst Stats? What was the reason to kind of roll up your position? So I was having a little bit of a vacation, and I was a little bit bored. So I was looking for something fun to do, and I decided to become an analyst for LCK. So as a mid laner, I would like to analyze around the mid lane. I saw what Pon wrote on his script, and he actually wrote that, "Hi, this is the formal word fast mid laner Pon," but sad that he actually didn't say that on the broadcast. So today it was KT versus Dynamics. How was the game? So I always think that mid priority is the most important fact. Well, I thought that KT would be in the lead because they only had one losing matchup, which was on top side, but they weren't able to actually execute that in game. So priority always connects to giving pressure to the opponents and having a lot of space to do your performance, but this time around KT roster was not able to pull off a clean performance. So they had this winning condition that they had to win a lot of points in the early phase of the game, but they were a little bit clumsy pulling off those kind of setups. In addition, KT was going too slow and they weren't really focused on games, so they were making consecutive mistakes in game. This is the first point where they overextended. So even though they took down Jace on top side, they were pushing so hard here and they were staying here for such a long time. So we can see that Jace was actually pinging on his TP while he was dead, and also as soon as revived, he instantly TP'd on the control ward near the top side and joined the fight. So it was a huge mistake for KT because they had no heads up for this potential collapse coming from Dynamics players. So at the same time, Dynamics, their macro was on point and it was really sharp. Moving on, KT Roaster was making consecutive mistakes, and let's take a look at the gold graph. KT had a slight lead in the mid game, but before the 24-minute mark, Dynamics was able to turn it around, and it was actually impossible for KT Roaster to reach out for that gap. And after Dynamics winning team fights back to back, there was no way for KT Roaster to kind of turn the tide around. So at this point, KT had to hurry up to get their momentum back. But we can see that the damage dealers were actually pulled into the side of Dynamics, so they were isolated from their front line. Maybe we can say Corki was really finding a really good opening for going in there, but at the same time, KT Roaster, they were forced to commit for this fight, to scare the dragon. So we can see that Dynamics was having a very confident fight over there. And also we can see that the current meta is also about long-range champions, and with the Corki in the mid lane, Kuzan was doing such a great contribution in that fight. Then let's check out who will pick up the player of the game for the third match of LCK's Summer Split. First win, first POG goes to Kuzan on Corki. 95.5 kill participation. Kuzan was the stepping stone for the players to execute all the setups they were planning. There were a little bit of a trade in the middle of the games, but Kuzan didn't make a significant mistake at all. And also the last team fight with the Corki upgraded Valkyrie, he was able to push Ashe away and do free damage instead of the opponent's AD carry. Indeed, the rest of the Dynamics players were also doing a great job. Kuzan won 7 votes out of 12 to secure his first POG of the split. Then let's move on to the game number 2, KT Roasters versus Dynamics.